We all know that testosterone plays the most important role in our mental health, physical state, and our net worth. It will predict what girl will fuck depending on testosterone levels. And if you have a good T level, you're a super giga chat. And I'm sitting here and lying to you all this bullshit. Let's break into why testosterone is not so important unless you do something. Let's not waste further time. But first, let me tell you my story. I've had so much cases with NoFap, complete celibate, semen retention, and all this related stuff. I've been close friends with porn actresses through the screen, of course, 2 or 3 times per day. Could even jerk off like 4 times. Been jerking off on some girls on Instagram. Been fapping on some dirty big asses, bro. So shameful. Been fapping on imagination. Some people tell us that it's so much better to jerk off on your inner images than virtual girls. I'm not currently in a state where, I bust my ass occasionally. Some cute girls appears on my social media feed when I lie after my work. And what's interesting is that unless you do your work, you complete everything that you needed to, you woke up early, you ate the frog. Yeah, you ate the frog first thing in the morning, and life is perfect. Now you have some time free for education, for lying on a bed, doing nothing, chilling out with your friends. And if you're usual teenager, you will have, because you got no time. Right in the evening, you're free, unless you do your work. You can jerk off occasionally, but we'll further talk about it. That's what I got from all these experiences with NoFap, complete semen retention. No look at girls. Let's look at some paradox that's kind of interesting to talk about. I call it masturbation paradox. I'm gonna ask you one question. Who's better? On the one side, with self-improvement popping off so much in the teenage sphere, is that young man lives his usual life. Maybe he's meditating, maybe he's sleeping well, has a good diet, but he's fucking obsessed about testosterone, no fap, all these streaks, no look at girls, no pictures, focused on his work, etc. etc. But he's procrastinating. His no fap streak is 7 days, and what he thinks about first thing in the morning is keep his no fap. But it doesn't work. He's thinking that he's on top of the mountain, he's better than everybody else. He has no experience with girls. He's not talking to them. Okay, now it's clear with this one. Let's come to this. Let's name him Apollo. He doesn't give a damn about NoFap. He doesn't even know what it is. He busts nuts. He's watching some girls occasionally on Instagram. He goes on this fitness reel when the girl is making squats. Now he's jerked off. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. What did he do earlier in the day? This is my kingdom come. He woke up, he went on a run with his friend, he made his work, recorded one video, went to the gym, ate chicken breast with rice. On the way to the gym, he approached one girl. He told her that she's beautiful as fuck and she asked her number. He doesn't care about his testosterone. Obviously it's fucking high. What we have now? This one that is obsessed about testosterone, and this one that doesn't care, that jerks off but makes his work. Who's better? Answer the question in the comments. Guys similar to this one. There's so much of him right now. The testosterone obsession for me is kind of problem now. With this red pill content popping off on social media, thousands of podcasts, dirty girls, high value masculine man, top 1% in hierarchy, talk about T levels. Girls are fucking stupid. You don't even need to spend your time talking to them, approaching them. It's fucking useless. What you need to look at is your ego inside of you and your T levels. But what I see, millions of guys follow this advice of like not talking to girls, keeping your semen inside of you, going to the gym. That's obviously a good advice, but further on, don't spend your time on girls completely, like 0%. Only T levels predict your future, your financial levels. I was trapped in this mindset of testosterone, all this shit, when I've jerked off. I felt so fucking terrible, bro. Like my family member died or something like that. World hasn't changed at all. Some little teen fapped, okay, but some 30-year-old software engineer created some code. Nobody cares unless you have done what you've said you will do. It's like keeping your promises. Unless you keep your promises and you do the thing, nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. And the important role here is your mindset. You have two choices. In one case, if you bust your nut, you're feeling terrible, you think that your NoFap streak is gone and you need to start again. And you're lying on the bed for some hours, reading book or something like that, don't want to do nothing. In the second one, you've jerked off, but on the second instant, you don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a f. Either you go approaching some girls, or you go back to your work. You've got no worries, because guy in this one have applied growth mindset. We all know about growth mindset, but why not apply it in the testosterone sphere, that after you've jerked off or you've done some bad thing on your T level, why not just think about the work that you've done already in the morning? Why don't think about your tomorrow gym session? That's kind of insight that I've got. I just think that I have high T level. Like, I'm pretending that I have a high T level after I relapse. Like, this ultra giga chat has fucked a girl. He can fuck twice after it. Like, whatever. He can bust his nut like 4 times in a row. He won't be affected. And that's what I've been visualizing. I've been thinking that I have a high testosterone and I can fap like 3 times in a row. And in the result, I didn't give a damn, bro. Like, I've been fapping, talking to girls, breaking my diet, or wherever. Unless you think that you're doing well, you're being confident, and you support your belief with things that you're doing, with work that you've done. Things that can make you so much more confident than you are now. Let's see what I've got from my experience. What increases your confidence overall, keeps your testosterone high in your mind and in your body. Testosterone, of course, plays some role, and these actions can affect it so much.
First thing is not usual at all, but plays the most crucial part, in my opinion, is taking the leadership. It may sound like woo-woo, but let me explain. I found that when you chill out with your buddies or you're with your classmates trying to choose the project, everyone needs to take the roles, all this shit. This is like management. And if you take the management, if you command, take everything under your control, not only you solve your situation, but you show everyone that you lead, that you are the boss here. This is exactly what highly confident man would do in every situation. Take the fucking leadership. And usually I play this mental game in my mind when I notice that something needs to be managed or taken under my control, when we really don't know where we want to go, when we need to talk to our teacher, call to the support center and ask them something from your friends, all this shit. That is exactly what confidence is.
Be highly social, especially in favor of women. This is the most crucial part, on the same level as leadership. It's time to talk, bro. Start getting these small talks, getting to know each other better. Let me tell you quickly my story. I was kinda introverted, ambiverted, and I was in a groups of these fucking worms when there were boys and girls mixed. You know, these companies when they're degenerates, when there's a lot of dramas, crushes, everyone had crushes on each other. In this company, I was the quietest boy. I was thinking that that's my problem. I just don't speak enough. I'm not opening, etc., etc. But when I went to the ninth grade, I started hanging out with another company, with my present buddies now. I feel that that's the right company. That's when it clicked and I started talking like crazy. I was just talking, joking, opening up conversations and all this stuff. That was just the wrong company. And maybe you're in that situation when you need to just talk more, be social. Maybe you could find a better company, compatible guys that you can talk to, that you can relate to. And maybe in the future, we will all go together, progressing, building businesses, etc., etc. But that all starts from just small talks, saying hi to the cashier, the mall, and all these mini situations when, old woman taking her groceries and you need to just lift them up for her. That's a little thing. These little things are building your day, are building your happiness overall. That's an obvious stuff. Let's talk about it to get it clear. From the diet perspective, sugar, ultra-processed food is evil for this testosterone. We all know this. Ice creams, triple packaged sandwiches, etc., etc. All this shit decreases your test for sure, 100%. No need to clip here some researches. We all know that. And the second thing is doing feminine things. Crying very often, crying on some little things, complaining every time. It's not only test, it's overall mood and how you behave. If you're always complaining, you're a pessimist, thinking that everything will fail, then you're a failure now, and your test is low. The combo of being pessimist is fucking disgusting. Next we have the avoiding responsibility. That's the opposite thing to the taking the leadership. It's when you're asked to do something in the group, when there's a project at school, and you're just avoiding to take some responsibility. You need to do the project, you need to do your part, but you're giving it to another guy by some excuses that you're busy, need to do something, and etc., etc. It's pathetic when you don't take responsibility, not only of the projects, but your own life. You're deciding what to do. Day-to-day routine, there are a million choices. What are you doing by the end of the day? How you feel right in the morning was predicted by the things that you have done yesterday. When you yourself choose to do worse things, when you're not taking responsibility, when you're not talking to anyone, you're just kind of warm, hidden in your room, playing fucking computer games, taking hot shower, just hiding from the world. That's what you're choosing, bro. And it's time to wake up now. It's time to take your balls and just go to the gym, talk to that girl at the school, and to fucking take the cold shower when you're gonna wake up next day.